I gave up Singapore for Germany and earned 1,900 less every month. Germany takes nearly 40% of my paychecks every month. That means I'm giving away 1,900 monthly. That's nearly 23,000 per year. That's enough to pay for the entire year of rent for many cities around the world. If you told my younger self if I were willingly to leave low-tax Singapore for high-tax Germany, I would have thought you were crazy. I thought success was about earning more. But after living in both countries, Germany gave me something that Singapore never could. That's why moving here became one of the best decisions in my life. I know many people say that Germany is no longer a good destination for work and immigration because of its high tax, bureaucracy.
Lufthansa are staging an all-day strike.
Table above me, it's cancelled.
Struggling economy.
For 2025, growth of a mere 0.2% is expected.
And the difficulty of learning German. But today I want to tell you why moving to Germany was one of the best decisions I've ever made. If you're thinking about moving to Germany for work, this video is for you. I think I can speak about this fairly because I have been living in Singapore for 12 years and now been living in Germany for nearly 2 years. I have experienced life in one of the most efficient and wealthiest countries with Asian work culture where almost everything can be done within one single working day. Germany is almost the complete opposite, and that's exactly where I found its beauty. Hi, I'm Bella. I quit the safe life and here is why. Today I'm going to share the unfiltered truths about living in Germany by addressing some of the most common frustrations that people have, sharing my own perspective and talking about the real and unavoidable challenges that I have faced as an expat. What's the point of paying such high taxes? According to the OECD, Germany had the second highest tax wages among all the 38 OECD countries in 2024 and nearly 48% when employer social contributions are included. But here's what surprised me. Germans also work some of the fewest hours in the developed world. The average worker in Germany works around 1,340 hours per year, while the average worker in Singapore works more than 2,200 hours per year. That's the difference of nearly 900 hours every year, equivalent to more than 22 extra full-time work weeks. And that's where I started to understand where my taxes were actually paying for. Employees in Germany are highly protected by law.
Wie viele Urlaubstage im Jahr hast du?
28.
28, das ist aber gar nicht schlecht, oder?
Nicht schlecht, aber kann besser sein.
Most full-time employees receive around 25 to 30 days of paid annual leave. If you're sick, your employer generally continues paying your salary for up to 6 weeks. Your medical insurance doesn't expire if you lose your job. Also, unemployment benefits can provide financial support while you search for your next job.
Los geht's!
You receive 60% of your last net salary for up to 12 months, 67% if you have dependent children, and up to 24 months if you're over 50 with longer contribution periods. When I become a mother, I can take up to 3 years of job-protected parental leaves. And up to 14 months, the government pays me 65% of my salary, up to 1,800 euro per month. And guess what? My employer has to take me back. My job waits for me. And the path to permanent residency isn't a lottery. In Singapore, these are impossible for expats like me. If I lost my job, I'd have nothing the next day. After moving to Germany, I came to a realization. Life isn't always supposed to live in survival mode. For the first time, I feel like I had permission to put myself first. To rest, to explore, to build a life instead of constantly maintaining one. That's when I realized what I gained was far more valuable than the income I lost. There's a concept called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The idea that you can't truly thrive until your basic security is taken care of. In Singapore, I had money, but I didn't have security. In Germany, I have both, and I have time to build up the rest of my pyramid. Also, I offer one-on-one consultation about moving abroad. I can help you with moving to Germany, to Singapore, or career development in general. You can book an online session with me, link in description. Does Germany kill your career? I bet you have heard this. Because of a slow system in Germany, nothing can be done at work, or you can only get promoted when you're old enough. I'm not going to deny any of this or sugarcoat Germany for the sake of this video. I have waited for 7 months for getting an EU Blue Card appointment with the Welcome Center. Apparently, the welcome takes a while to prepare. I also realized in December, you basically can't get much done at work because everyone's on holiday. But to address this topic, I don't think it is true that Germany will destroy your career. It's just that to some extent, it's harder. Language barrier, cultural differences, or we are just simply hard to get into the inner circle. Building a career is a lifelong process of learning, taking opportunities, building relationships, and earning trust. A career doesn't get destroyed because your boss doesn't like you, or because someone didn't reply your email. But why are we so obsessed with career success? For an average full-time worker, we spend roughly 16% of our entire waking lives at work. That's around 80,000 hours over a career, more than 9 full years of non-stop 24/7 time. For me, I cherish my life. I don't want to just clock in and out for work. It's important for me to make some achievements in my career, so I can look back and say I actually did something meaningful. In short, I want a success in my career. However, I don't think your workplace defines your success. After working in different companies in both Singapore and Germany, I realized something. As an employee, you never have full control over the outcome. You need to deal with people in an organization. Sometimes a project that you have been working on for months can be canceled overnight by people you never even met. How sad to tie your sense of success to something you have no control over. If you long for success, do you want success in your career, or you actually want success in your life? According to OECD life expectancy data, many people in developed countries now live into their 80s. Yet, study shows the average person's health and mobility start declining significantly after 65. The window for your best experiences is shorter than you think. Bill Perkins, the author of Die with Zero, argues that most of us will die with money still in the bank. Wealth we were too busy, too tired, too scared to convert into actually living. We often work much more than what we need for retirement funds and miss the best year of creating valuable memories with people that we care about the most in our life. Imagine working day and night in your best years, watching your health deteriorate, and then spending years of saving just to survive few more weeks in a hospital bed. If your partner looks beautiful today, look at them a little longer. If your children are adorable today, spend a little more time with them. They will never be younger than they are today, and neither will you. Germany didn't make me stop caring about my career. Germany taught me that my career is only one part of my life. I still work hard, I learn new skills, I still want to grow. But I also make time for the people I love and the memories I want to create. Because when I'm 80 years old, I don't think I will remember every promotion. But I will remember the life I lived. Germany won't make you rich. It made me stop feeling poor. People often say Germany is no longer a good place economically, especially after the Russia-Ukraine war.
Where energy prices went up a lot. There's a strategic disadvantage in Germany.
Have made many people question its future. Yes, Germany's economy has been relatively weak in the recent years compared to other major economies. And yes, I have been personally experienced part of this reality. Almost every time I take a bond, people ask for money, sometimes aggressively, from passengers who just finished a full day of work. That's why when I'm taking public transportation alone, I don't like to bring anything that looks expensive. I'm trying not to attract any attention or provoking anyone because I don't want to get in any trouble. In fact, I live in Hamburg. This is a beautiful city, but I wouldn't say it's 100% safe, especially for women. Even Germans are frustrated by these people who doesn't contribute to the society. The government just abolished the old welfare system. The politicians literally said, Bürgergeld is history, and replaced it with a stricter one because even they agreed the old system wasn't working. And talking about the concern of war, here's how I think about it. If war breaks out in Europe, it doesn't matter if you're in Singapore, Taiwan, or Germany. The stock market and oil price will be affected everywhere. I can't control that. What I can control is whether my income covers my life and whether I'm spending more than I need to. So when I evaluate whether a country is a good place to live, I focus on a few simple things. Can I maintain a stable income? How much does it cost to support a comfortable lifestyle? And can I build at least 6 months of emergency savings to give myself a sense of security in this uncertain world? And is there a plan B if I lost my job? If the answer is yes, then I'm already in a much better position than constantly worry about things I cannot control. In Singapore, I earn more, but I live in a tiny room with a shared bathroom, because that's what I could realistically afford. According to Numbeo, the cost of living in Singapore is over 50% higher than in Germany, especially when it comes to housing. The money you make there doesn't go as far as people might think. Not to mention that Singapore has much more selective and uncertain permanent residency process for expats. For me, in my 12 years in Singapore, that uncertainty affected the way I live my life. I remember hesitating to buy a furniture from IKEA because I wasn't sure whether I would still have a job or even be allowed to stay in Singapore. A year from then, it sounds silly when I say it out loud, but that's what happens when your sense of security depends on something that can be taken away from you at any time. Here in Germany, with a lower net salary, I can afford a normal apartment on a standard salary. Food is affordable, fresh, and high quality. Travel opportunity across Europe feel almost endless. Even buying a home here doesn't feel like an impossible dream. In fact, Germany has much lower house-to-income ratio compared to Singapore and Taiwan. The higher the income in a place, the higher the cost of simply existing there, unless you're aiming for extreme wealth or entrepreneurship. Most salary workers in the world would never truly feel rich in expensive global cities. That's why I agree with Morgan Housel's discussion in The Psychology of Money. Wealth is often more about behavior and lifestyle design than income alone. In fact, he published another book, The Art of Spending, in 2025 to elaborate on this topic. The pursuit of happiness does not equal more income. Comparing yourself with others doesn't help either. There's always someone who can earn money faster than you. What matters is that I know in this present moment, I can afford my essential expenses and I have everything that I need to live a happy life. In Germany, life feels stable, predictable, grounded. There is less obsession with luxury or status symbol in daily life. And here is something that I noticed about Germany that you won't find in any economy report. On the road, everyone has to give way to bicycles. Not to BMW, not to Mercedes, but to bicycles. I think that says something about what this country actually values. German is difficult to learn. I agree on this 100%. And this is the main factor that I would raise if anyone asked me they should move to Germany. No matter how competent and intelligent you are, if you move here and don't speak German, you're gonna talk like a 3-year-old for a while. According to Indeed, only 2.7% of jobs in Germany doesn't require German. That number tells you everything. Though Berlin is the only exception. It's an international city. You live there without needing to speak German. For me, the main reason to learn German is that the EU Blue Card holder can apply for German permanent residency after 21 months with B1 level German, or 33 months without German skill. Since I can speak English fluently, in years I haven't felt so vulnerable in a foreign country. The most stressful moments are when you need to deal with the authorities. Paperwork, appointments, official letters, all in German. And not every staff member speaks fluent English. I always try to speak German first as a basic sign of respect. Since I'm the one living in their country, then I will politely ask them to switch to English if possible. Even though my German is not fluent, the locals often show kindness when I'm trying to speak their language. I have been in Germany for 19 months. I only took online German course until A2.2 without extra effort trying to speak German on a daily basis. Now, even though I'm gonna be eligible to apply for residency in 2 months, I don't think I can pass the B1 level exam by then. This is one of my biggest regrets. If I just use half of my time scrolling on Instagram Reels to study German, I would speak fluent German by now. German is a tough language. The time and effort that you need to put in to reach the basic conversational level B1 is tremendous. It is not something that you can master with Duolingo. Not to mention that most of us have a full-time job to do. So now my solution is that I'm gonna cram in on my German skill. I will have intensive class 4 days a week after work in a language school. And then I'm also having one-on-one tutor on italki. I think one-on-one is the best way to learn a new language if you have the budget. Right now, my permanent residency literally depends on passing this B1 exam. On the other hand, learning German isn't a bad investment. It's kinda admirable that you overcame learning such a difficult language. And the German-speaking countries are paying quite well. Maybe one day you'll get an opportunity to live in Switzerland, who knows? Some people might suggest that with AI, we will never need to learn a new language. And I don't think it's true. Yes, nowadays anyone can write an email in any language and sounds like a genius thanks to AI. But when you're sitting across the hiring manager or building real friendships, no app can speak for you. I'm the rare exception that my job doesn't require me to speak German at work. Many people I know who are seeking jobs in Germany share that German language skill is demanded by the employers. Final verdict. Germany is a good place for you when you can see the hidden value behind high taxes. That's in exchange of a stronger sense of security. It also works for you when you're able to accept that things work slower here and instead shift your focus toward what actually matters in your life. Your health, your time, and the memory you create with your loved ones. And it requires you to accept something uncomfortable, being vulnerable, learning a difficult language, and starting over in many ways. On a personal note, if you're considering moving abroad, I would suggest this. Write down what you might lose if you leave your home country. For example, time with your family, familiarity, your favorite food, or emotional comfort. If those things matter to you more than anything else, then maybe happiness is already where you are right now. Because we don't get time back. And that realization shaped my decision. I chose to build a life in a new country. Without labels, without expectations, without guarantees. I used to be a people pleaser, someone who always put others first and call it kindness, when really I was just afraid of disappointing other people. Moving here forced me to live on my own terms, to experience the consequences of my own decisions, good and bad, without anyone else's voice in my head. This is a country where I arrived with no history, no reputation, no family expectations, just myself. And somehow that anonymity and the absence of Wales performance culture helped me to understand what I actually want in my life. I still pay nearly 40% in tax every month. My net salary is still less than before. But for the first time in my adult life, I feel like I'm getting something real in return, not just a salary, a life. I hope this video doesn't make you just think about Germany, but about what kind of life you actually want to live. Let me know in a comment what kind of content I should make next. I'm Bella, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.